Hello everybody, welcome back. Today our reading has topic is A Trip to Rio, written by Catherine Follett, illustrated by Penny Weber. In this reading, we will read about Julia go to Rio de Janeiro at Brazil. Focus questions. How does Julia's attitude change during the story? Julia thought Brazil would feel just like home, but she was wrong. Rio de Janeiro was nothing like New York City. There actually seems to be more people here. Julia's family squeezed through the crowd, inching toward the Maracanã Stadium. It's because of the Olympics, Gabriela said. It was much quieter during your last visit. Don't you remember? We were only 5, Julia said. The families finally got inside the stadium and located their seats. All around her, Julia heard different language, Chinese, Spanish, and Russian. Julia and Gabriela parents spoke Portuguese so rapidly that she could understand. She felt nervous and alone. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Rio de Janeiro is the second largest city in the country of Brazil. It is known for its food, music, beach, and lively celebration. With a sudden rush of music, the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games began. A Brazilian pop singer appeared, and Gabriela screamed with joy. Julia wanted to be excited too, but their seats were so far away that they could hardly see the performers. Cameras flashed from all sides. People screamed and blew horns. By the time fireworks started, Julia had a headache. Julia has been waiting for this trip to Rio for months. It was a rare chance to see her cousin and other family members. Now, all she wanted to do was return home. The next morning began quietly. Julia's family was staying in Gabriela's building in the apartment of the next door. The owner had left Rio to avoid the Olympic Games. Julia understood why. From her high window, she watched traffic fill the highway. Suddenly, Gabriela burst into the apartment, followed by Chaz, her little brother. We are going to another Olympic event today, she said. The thought of going to another crowded and noisy place made Julia's head hurt again, but she smiled and got ready. The family walked beneath green trees through the shady street of Gabriela's Flamingo neighborhood. The block ended at a park. Gabriela grabbed Julia's hand and dashed through an opening trees. They came out on a bold golden beach. Julia stopped and stared at the tall white building that lined the water. Steep dome-shaped mountain rose behind them. She didn't know a city could look so wild and beautiful. That's Sugarloaf Mountain, Gabriela said. The beach was full but relaxed. They could find a spot to unpack a picnic. The white sails of an Olympic boat raced danced up across the blue bay. Watching them, Julia realized her headache was gone. Rio's mountain. Rio is surrounded by dome-shaped mountains. Sugarloaf is the steepest. Corcovado mountain is the tallest. A 125-foot, 38.1 meters statue called Truth the Redeemer stands at its top. The next day, it was Julia who ran to Gabriella's apartment. "We are going up Sugarloaf Mountains." They rode a cable car that hung high above the city. Gabriella called her high and squeezed Julia tight, but Julia stared calmly out the window. The mountain was a gray stone tower. The forest behind was lime green, and the bay shone turquoise blue. The city was white and peach and pink. They went to a big market. It had the sweetest, juiciest mango Julia ever tasted. "This is what they're supposed to be like," her father said in Portuguese. He often spoke English for Julia in New York, but there, speaking Portuguese felt natural. They went to the Olympic pool to watch a swimming race. The loud, echoing water walls made Julia flinch, but the crowd was small. Jazz kept shouting, "Go Brazil! Go Brazil!" "Brazil is not in this event," Gabriella finally said. "Oh," he said, then grinned at Julia. "Go America!" Julia laughed. On their last day in Rio, Gabriella announced, "We are going to Grandma and Grandpa to eat feijoada. Then we will go to an Olympic football game." Julia felt a cold rush. Rio had been so fun, except for that first night. She didn't want to go back to the Maracanã Stadium. Feijoada. Feijoada is a traditional bean stew with pork and spicy sausage. Considered the national dish of Brazil, it cooks for many hours and it usually saved for special family celebration. Grandma and Grandpa lived on a steep hill in the neighborhood of Santa Teresa. When Grandpa opened the door, everything was suddenly familiar. Julia remembered visiting this house when she was 5. Grandpa taught her to samba by letting her stand on his feet. They had laughed and laughed. The family sat down to Grandma's spicy meat feijoada. Julia sat between Gabriella and Grandpa. "How do you like Rio?" Grandpa asked. "It's beautiful and I have a wonderful time, but..." Julia paused, and Grandpa leaned close. "The opening ceremonies was too much. It's such a big crowd, too loud. I hear football game can be rowdy too. I'm scared." "Don't worry, my Julia," Grandpa said. "At football games, Brazilians are one big family." Julia clutched Gabriella and Grandpa's hand as they entered the stadium. The crowd seemed even louder than before. When Brazil took a shot, everyone gasped. When the referee blew the whistle, everyone yelled. When Brazil went up the field, everyone cheered. Brazilian football. Football or soccer is the national sport of Brazil. Brazilian players are among the best in the world. Brazil is also known for its passionate fans. They had many songs and chants to support their teams. The crowd feelings swept up over Julia like a warm wave. Caught up in the moment, she lifted her arm and cheered too. It was exciting. It was wonderful. Then Brazil scored a goal. Julia had never heard so many people shout at once. She would never forget the roaring sound. Grandpa lifted Julia in the air. Together with the crowd, they joined a traditional football chant. "Eu sou brasileiro." I am Brazilian. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.